How's everyone doing? Today I'll show you all the Blu-rays that I got for Christmas. So this is my Christmas Blu-ray haul. Woohoo! And yes, I know this is late, but better late than never. And as always, if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. Thumbnail face. Alright, enough of that. And first up, I want to show you a card that my friend Andrew sent me in the mail, which I think is pretty cool because people don't usually send cards in the mail anymore, but I appreciate it. And I was really surprised when I opened it up because it's a card of me. It says, how's everybody doing right there? Because I open up my videos usually with that, or sometimes I do. And he superimposed the hat in the background, and I don't really know what picture this is from, though. I don't recognize that picture of me. You know, I think that's superimposed in the background, either that or I was roofied and dragged to somebody's grandmother's house right there. Looks like some globe and an old like grandmother chair right there. But that was pretty funny to see. And there I am in the inside as well. That's pretty good job there, Andrew. I like all the work that you put in with this. I really appreciate it. It says Merry Christmas, Jay. It has my full name on there, too. Hey, I'm sorry that I missed your party. Oh, you had a Christmas party. Not everybody can make it. That's cool. It was a great time, though. It was one of the best times I had in a while. But I still hope you had a great holiday and enjoyed my gift to you. Thank you. From your buddy, Andrew. And, yeah. Here is my friend Andrew, me, and then JB Smooth at our local comedy club right there. And that was actually a really great show. JB Smooth used me as part of his act a few times. You know, I was right there in the front, and he kept, you know, going to me and saying different things, and it was pretty awesome. Makes for a great experience. I know a lot of people don't like to sit in the front because they don't want to get picked on or whatever. I love it. I think it's fun. And then afterwards, if you get to talk to them, they're usually more apt to talk to you since they used you in their act. So that was pretty cool, and I was really surprised to see that. And he sent me a Best Buy gift card right here, which was pretty cool. And I have not used it yet. I will be using it soon. And I will go ahead and go through the movies. First up, I got 22 Jump Street right here. This is the Target Steelbook exclusive. And honestly, the first one I thought was pretty entertaining. And I like the chemistry between Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. I'm not a big fan of either one of them, really. Although Channing Tatum wasn't bad in Foxcatcher. I thought that was probably his best role, a really good dramatic performance from him. And Jonah Hill, I still can't believe he got nominated for an Oscar. Same with Melissa McCarthy. Holy moly. Neither one of them deserved to be nominated, in my opinion. But this one I thought was actually even funnier than the first 21 Jump Street movie. I thought this was just pure entertainment. There was a couple of things at the end where it could have been better, especially, you know, the running gag with the different, you know, making more of the movies. I like the one girl from Workaholics in here as well. She was great. And then the scene where Ice Cube finds out that he hooked up with the daughter, and that was great. There's one scene, though, where he gets, I think, tased in the nuts, I think it was. I just saw it the one time, but it seemed like that scene was kind of edited out or shortened because it was just kind of like a quick glossed over scene. I figured that would have been a big gag, and they didn't really use it. So maybe there'll be some special features on here about that. There's a ton of special features on here. But I thought this was just hilarious. I think they have great chemistry together, and I wouldn't mind seeing them to do another one, really, honestly. And this is from Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. They directed it. They also directed the first 21 Jump Street and the Lego Movie, which is awesome. I love that movie. But I was really happy to get the Steelbook, and it was a very entertaining comedy movie. Really enjoyed the heck out of it. Next up is a few Criterions that I got. Nice stack of Criterions. And there's 13 Blu-rays in total right here. May not seem like a lot, but 4 Criterions right there. Gets kind of pricey. A few Steelbooks, some new releases. It adds up. And 13's a lucky number in Italian. And speaking of Italy, here is Federico Fellini's La Dolce Vita. Great representation of Rome. Very stunning, great cinematography. And I think this had a huge influence on the recent movie, The Great Beauty, as well. And very happy to add this one to my collection. It's been a while since I've watched it, and I can't wait to check it out again. Fantastic Fellini. And next up, directed by John Cassavetes and starring John Cassavetes, is Love Streams with his wife, Gina Rowlands. Great power couple right there. It's been a while since I've seen this one. I remember being kind of depressing. Their brother and sister going through different parts of their lives. I think she was going through a divorce. She's having a nervous breakdown. They both have kids, and they don't deal well with that. But the thing that I really enjoyed about this one is the emotional honesty of it. And I'm looking forward to watching this one again. So, great releases from them. Tons of special features from Criterion as well. I love the booklets, all the discs. This is a 3-disc set right there. 2 DVDs and 1 Blu-ray, and then thick booklet. They always do that with their releases. Great transfers, special features, the booklets. I really appreciate what Criterion Collection does. Great company with great releases. This one I haven't seen though. This is Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. I'm into some kinky stuff, you know, why not? Let's check it out. It has Antonio Banderas. I think he's a mental patient that kidnaps a porn star and tries to convince her to marry him. It's directed by Pedro Almodovar, who directed a bunch of great films, and he recently worked with Antonio Banderas again in The Skin I Live In, which was one of my favorites from 2011. Highly recommend that movie. Just a crazy movie, but visually stunning, and really a masterpiece in my opinion. I love just the whole transformation, if you will, of the movie. And he also directed Volver. He directed Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown. A few other ones, Bad Influence, Broken Embraces, a bunch of other great movies. So I really like him as a director. I'm looking forward to seeing what he has done here with Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. And next up is David Lynch's classic Eraserhead. This movie is just a dark, surreal, just masterpiece in my opinion. This movie's not going to be for everybody. It's just kind of a incredible movie. This is a movie that I actually wrote a paper on in a film class when I was, you know, like a decade ago, essentially. But I can't wait to revisit this one. It's been a while since I've seen it. Fantastic all the way around. It's just, like I said, it's like a dark dream. Very surreal. Just, it's David Lynch. Let me know what your favorite David Lynch film is. I can't say I'm a big fan of all of his movies. Some people love all the stuff he does. I don't love everything that he's done. But this one, to me, just blew me away the first time I saw it. And happy to add this to my collection. Really nice digibook design as well. I really like Criterion's digibook designs. And I think this is a movie that, huge booklet too, that definitely inspires a lot of talk too, which I really appreciate. You know, not everybody is going to feel the same way. There's a lot of things to talk about and speculate and, you know, try to figure out what's going on with that movie. Next up is It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Oh, the cast in here is incredible. Had to pick this one up. There is a bunch of discs in here. I'm trying to find out how many discs are in here. A new transfer, just tons of special features in here. Again, it's the Digipack edition. Let's go ahead and open this up real quick and see. Yeah, I love all the actors involved in this one. Just so many notable ones over the years. And the director on here is Stanley Kramer, who also directed Judgment in Nuremberg. And he also directed the Defiant Ones with Sidney Poitier and Tony Curtis. Right there. I really love... Oh wow, this is a lot of... Okay, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's booklets. Oh, there's the little map right there too. Very cool. Of all the filming locations and, well, the locations where I was taking place. Holy moly. There is 1, 2, 3, 5 discs in total right there. Wowzers. This is an incredible release right here. I can't wait to dive in and check it all out. I just wanted to go ahead and show that to you. I love their Digipack designs. I know not everybody's a fan of the Digipacks, but I am. Next up from Mario Bava is Planet of the Vampires right here. Definitely a great sci-fi movie. It reminds me of an episode of The Twilight Zone or Star Trek The Next Generation, or even the original series. But it kind of has that feel to me. But really interesting take on vampires as well. And again, I like sci-fi movies. And let me know what your favorite Mario Bava movie is. Next up is Dogs right here. This is one I haven't seen. This is from Scorpion releasing. I do like kind of animal attack movies. So When Animals Attack is one. And I like the dog ones especially. There's one called The Pack from the 70s as well. And there's a movie called The Breed, which I believe has Michelle Rodriguez in it, which a lot of people don't like, but I love it. But it's basically a ripoff of The Pack. So it's kind of interesting. I don't hear a lot of people talk about that. I remember looking that up as like, is this a remake? an official remake or what, because it's basically the same concept. But Dogs right here I haven't seen. I'm looking forward to checking this one out, from '76. Day of the Animals. There's a whole bunch of great animal attack movies. Let me know what your favorite animal attack movie is. Next up is the Steelbook right here of the Blues Brothers. And this is directed by Jonathan Landis. Of course, fantastic director. He worked a lot with Eddie Murphy. He did Coming to America, which I love. Trading Places, which I love. Animal House. He actually did Beverly Hills Cop 3 as well, directed that. And of course, An American Werewolf in London. He's just done a ton of stuff, and unfortunately, he's also notably known for his work on The Twilight Zone, which 3 people passed away on set, and he was a person that was blamed in that. Vic Morrow is one of the actors, and then 2 young child actors as well, which is tragic and sad, but he's a great director. And this one right here is a classic right here, The Blues Brothers, with Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi right here. And I think they had the recent one with Goodman too, which obviously pales in comparison to this one, but this is a classic. I mean, I can't wait to check this one out again. It's been a while since I've seen it. I love the music in there. There's James Brown on the back, Ray Charles. Classic right there. Next up is Rover, which is one of my favorites from 2014. Just a dark, gritty movie. It's not really necessarily a post-apocalyptic movie. I think the market crashes, and that was the idea of it, and people just get kind of dirty in this one. It's shot in Australia, and the director is David McCode, who also directed Animal Kingdom, which is a fantastic Australian movie. And this has the best performance I've seen from Robert Pattinson. He was excellent here, kind of like a Lenny-esque character. And Guy Pearce is, to me, one of the most underrated actors out there. Fantastic actor, just a dark, gritty kind of chase to get his car back, and love everything about this movie. It's dark, it's gritty, it's riveting. Love it, and highly recommend it. Next up is Draft Day. This is directed by Ivan Reitman, who's directed tons of stuff. Ghostbusters 1, 2. He was also the voice of Slimer and Zool. But I also like his son, Jason Reitman, who directed oh my god, why can't I? He's directed a bunch of different stuff, but Up in the Air was one of my favorites from him. He also did Juno, a few other different things. I wasn't a big fan of Young Adult, though. But this one right here, back to Ivan Reitman, the father. Jason Reitman was the son. I can't wait to see what he's going to do more in the future. But this one was disappointing, honestly. If you're a fan of football, you'll realize there's no way in heck something like this could happen. It was just absurd and ridiculous. I was following it, and I was kind of having an idea of what was going to happen, and then it just went crazy. There's no way in a million years that would happen, and because of that, I can't suspend disbelief enough to really get into this movie. It just kind of ruined it for me. I had a great cast. I liked what was going on here. Kevin Costner, Jennifer Garner, who's that other actor in here? Ellen Bernstein's in here as the mother, and who's the Dennis Leary, Frank Langella, a bunch of other recognizable faces in here too. But yeah, this movie pissed me off. If you're a fan of football, maybe a casual viewer will appreciate it more and get into it. It's like, ooh, that's a feel-good story. But no, it's just ridiculous, and I hate this. It pissed me off, because what happened here is just, would never happen in a million years. Just too ridiculous. Next up is Dreamcatcher, which I think is one of the more underrated and highly criticized Stephen King adapted movies. I love the heck out of it. I love movies with a snowy setting. And the ending got a little goofy, but I like it. And this is directed by Lawrence Kasdan, who directed The Big Chill, which is also a Criterion Collection release, and Body Heat, a few other things that were pretty good as well. And he kind of took a little bit of a layoff directing, and I thought he did a great job here. A lot of people don't like this one, but I love the heck out of it. And let me know what your favorite Stephen King adapted movie is, or one that you think is underrated. A couple other ones that I would love to see get a Blu-ray release are The Night Flyer and Storm of the Century, which I both think are underrated. And next up, from a Best Buy exclusive Project Pop Art Steelbook, is Desperado right here from Robert Rodriguez, part of his Robert Rodriguez's Mexico trilogy with El Mariachi and Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and Danny Trejo right there on the back, Antonio Banderas. Selma Hayek is stunning. Muy picante in here, and I love this design for the Steelbook. It's probably my favorite of the Project Pop Art designs, and I'll go ahead and show you. There's the little J card right there that comes off. There's the art right there, the sugar skull, and then there's advertising for more, and it's just red in the inside. But that'll do. It's really about that cover. Love the heck out of the cover. Love the heck out of this movie as well. This is my stack right here, my Christmas Blu-ray haul right there. And as always, if you've seen the movies, definitely let me know what you think of them as well. Leave me a comment or video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.